Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be talking about my recent Academy Award thoughts of the 89th one, I think it is. I'll for sure have the official number in this title of the video. So I think it is the 89th Academy Awards. Just want to make a quick video. Maybe it won't be so quick, but wanted to make a video about my overall thoughts of the overall ceremony, about the winners and all that kind of stuff. So to just go over, I guess, what I liked and didn't like about this recent ceremony with the Oscars, I liked that Jimmy Kimmel, who hosted the event, I liked how he had his own special touch with this. His typical celebrity mean tweets that he has from his talk show, the live tourist reaction he did. He had this part where these people who were on tour got to basically walk through the Oscar room and got to meet some of the celebrities who were near the front, near the stage. I thought that part was really neat. I bet it was really, really neat for those who were touring the Los Angeles area and actually got to meet some of these celebrities. It seemed like a really neat thing that they did there. It definitely was in the spirit of kind of these reaction videos that he does on his show where, like parents buy really, really bad gifts for their kids for Christmas and stuff as a joke, obviously. Definitely reminded me of something like that he would do for his TV show. The falling candy from the sky thing, I thought it was kind of cool. One thing I didn't like about it, though, is when Ellen DeGeneres last hosted the Oscars a couple years ago. She did that thing where she bought pizza and she basically passed the pizza box around for any celebrities who wanted any. It felt a little bit too much like that for me. It was definitely his own little unique touch. But I felt like he was kind of copying off of Ellen DeGeneres' idea with that. I liked it, but I felt like like I said, like he was copying someone else. One thing he did do that always was funny. It's always funny to this day. He does it on his show a lot, and he did it. He brought it to the Oscars with him. Is he always rips into Matt Damon a lot? The poor guy. They always have like this fictional hatred toward each other. They always like to humiliate each other and embarrass each other's in funny ways. There's even a part where Matt Damon tripped Jimmy Kimmel. I thought that was really funny. So I thought, the typical Jimmy Kimmel stuff that he does on his show was definitely brought to the Oscars with him, and I liked how he did that. One thing he did do, though, that I thought was kind of betraying to what he said he wasn't going to do is he said he was going to try to bring politics as far away as he could from this event. And unfortunately, he brought some of that with him to this event. So it was kind of betraying how the internet went from, oh, hey, Jimmy Kimmel is not going to do this to, well, I guess Jimmy Kimmel did that anyway, kind of a thing. So kind of bad, negative representing, I guess, on his part, that I wish he kind of did stay away from, like he said he was going to. That unfortunately he did live up to the hype and went through with that. So, one thing they did do that was really cool, I thought, this year too, is there was a segment where Charlize Theron and Seth Rogen got to share their favorite movie and kind of how that affected them and how that inspired them to pursue acting and so forth, and how one of the major celebrities from the film that they talk about was someone that they got to present an award with. I thought that was a really cool thing that they got to do. Charlize Theron got to present with Shirley MacLaine from The Apartment. Seth Rogen got to present with Michael J. Fox from Back to the Future. And they talked about how Back to the Future and The Apartment, respectively, were kind of their favorite movies growing up. So I thought that was really cool how they got to present an award with someone that they really admire. I thought that was a really cool thing that they did with that. Jimmy Kimmel did like a spoof thing with that with Matt Damon. He talked about how We Bought a Zoo kind of changed his perspective on film, and obviously it was made as a joke, but I thought that was kind of a funny thing that he did there. One thing they did this year that they never done in the past, I thought was kind of cool, was three directors got to make a short film advertisement thing that happened in between the Oscars. That happened during the commercial break. They had to make a short film based off a random Walmart receipt that had. Multiple items on it that are completely random and different from each other, and they had to make a short film advertisement of some kind within like a 30-second period or so of a Walmart advertisement about it. So I thought that was kind of cool how they did that. Obviously, they're not super great just because they were given completely random things and they just had to make a random advertisement about it somehow. I thought it was kind of just a cool idea, though. Out of the three that were presented, Antoine Fuqua did one. Um, the Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, I think his name, they teamed up for one, and Mark Forrester from Stranger Than Fiction and Quantum of Solace did one. Out of the three of theirs, I thought the Seth Rogen Evan Goldberg one I thought was the coolest. I liked how it was funny, it was goofy. You can tell it was the two of them working on it, and they were able to get the point across of what they were advertising with the Walmart commercial. So I thought that was kind of neat. So kind of a cool idea that they haven't done in the past, and I'm kind of glad that they pursued for this year. They also did a lot of award winner montages, like in between, like when they were about to do Best Actor or Best Actress. They had like a huge montage of really old clips and more modern, recent clips of people who have won that award in the past and kind of how that all connects and everything. So I thought that was a kind of a cool thing they did. They've done things like that in the past, but this year I thought it was really well done how they edited that together. Emma Stone winning Best Leading Actress for La La Land, I was really happy with. Really loved that. You know, I thought her performance in that was just absolutely spot on perfect. So I'm glad that the Film Academy got to recognize that because she really nailed that La La Land role. I really felt like she was the perfect choice for that movie. Zootopia won Best Animated Feature, which I also was very happy with. Love the movie. It's one of my favorite films of 2016, next to La La Land. It really did deserve that win. It's such a great animated film, and I'm glad the Film Academy got to recognize that. Also, the memorial montage of all the fallen celebrities that happened over 2016. Very sad, very effective. They definitely did a great job really making sure that these people are very important within the film industry. I almost lost them when they got to Carrie Fisher because I knew that they were going to do it. And I know that myself and all Star Wars fans of all shapes and colors were really going to be affected by that in every way possible. They mentioned the Bill Paxton thing, which I thought they weren't going to do just because it was just so recent. And they did address it before the montage started, which I liked. Would have been cool if they could have included him somehow, but I know they probably had to get this montage ready to go before the ceremony started. So I understand, you know, time is time, and they had to show what they already made and so forth. But I'm glad that the Fallen Celebrity Memorial was very effective in just, it really affected me in every way that it should have. And I hope everybody else did felt the same way as well. For negatives, one thing that I think is just going to be talked about for ages and ages and ages about the Oscars, they're just never going to let it go, was Warren Beatty messing up the Best Picture announcement thing. You know, he had the Best Actress envelope somehow, some way. So either it was bad stage management or he grabbed the wrong envelope or something. But he grabbed what was meant to be for Best Actress, which went to Emma Stone. And he was supposed to present the real one, which was supposed to be Best Picture for Moonlight, which did happen. Everybody was confused. Everybody was thrown off, myself included. I was at a party when this happened. Everybody who attended the party was very confused by this. It was just a very bad mess up on the Film Academy's part. So hopefully in the future they will not do this again. I'm sure they're going to joke about it next year. And by the time they reach Best Picture, I'm sure they will do everything that they can to make sure this won't happen again. Really was a mess up and it was really bad. Jimmy Kimmel, you can just tell, felt very bad about it. And I hope Warren Beatty did too. It was a bad mess up. And I haven't seen Moonlight yet, so I really can't express how much I like or don't like this decision. I would have preferred the whole La La Land thing winning like it was originally supposed to happen, like the way I was hoping it was going to happen too. So, but the mess up part was really bad on their end. I also didn't like how John Legend got to perform the La La Land songs for when they were, presenting the best original song stuff. I thought it was kind of stupid how Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling, who were actually the real singers of those songs, presented the segment of John Legend singing it, but they don't present it. Like, they're not the ones singing it. So that part I thought was very dumb. I love John Legend. He's a very talented musician, but I really think they should have just let Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling do it. I don't think it would have ruined the event time-wise. I think they still would have gotten done at the same time they did if they just let the right people do it. So I didn't like how John Legend just presented both at the same time, and he clearly wasn't the person singing those songs during the real movie either. I also thought some of the speeches were kind of boring. Some of them either went on for too long or were very scripted. There was one where literally the woman held the piece of paper and just read right off it. It was very boring. The guy who won Best Original Screenplay for Manchester by the Sea, he was just, I thought it was a very boring speech. And like I said, some of them just went on for too long. Don't get me wrong, though, the Viola Davis one was very strong. I liked how they kind of let her speak her mind for that. I thought that was very strong. Some of the other ones, though, felt a little long to me. There was also a portion with Leslie Mann and John Cho presenting some type of Sci-Tech award for film. I thought that segment went on for a little too long. I felt they could have made the point much, much sooner, and they didn't. They tried to make a joke out of it, I think, too. Really went on for too long, I thought. And I know it's pretty far into the video, but quickly going over some of these winners here. Like I said, didn't see Moonlight, so I can't really express if I liked or didn't like that choice. Actor in leading role really could have run to Ryan Gosling. I didn't understand why Casey Affleck won for Manchester by the Sea. Emma Stone I was happy with. Didn't see Moonlight, so I can't say much about the guy who won for actor in supporting role. Viola Davis, I haven't seen Fences. I'm probably going to in the near future, though. Loved her speech. I thought Viola Davis's speech was very strong. Obviously, I loved the Zootopia win for Best Animated Feature. La La Land winning for cinematography and directing, I'm both very, very happy with. Fantastic Beasts, I wasn't thinking he was going to win anything. I loved out what the costume design. Suicide Squad for makeup and hairstyling, I think it could have gone to Star Trek Beyond for that one, to be honest. Loving all these La La Land wins. I'm seeing all these La La Land winners here. City of Stars won for Best Original Song. I totally agree with that. One thing I did want to comment on too is I thought for Best Visual Effects, I think it could have gone to Doctor Strange and ended up going to Jungle Book. Jungle Book had great visual effects, but I thought that one of my biggest compliments of Doctor Strange was how original the visuals felt in that movie. So I felt it could have gone to Doctor Strange. So let me know down below, you guys, what you thought of this year's Oscar ceremony. Like I said, mixed bag of feelings for me. I thought Jimmy Kimmel was a great host, and he had a great special touch to add to the ceremony. But the Warren Beatty mess up and John Legend presenting the La La Land songs instead of Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone, and some of the speeches were not my favorite for some parts. And the Sci-Tech portion with Leslie Mann and John Cho I thought could have been trimmed down way, way more than it should have. So overall, like I said, mixed bag for me. Let me know down below what you guys thought, and I'll see you guys here for the next video.